Angry guy here, and women are furious that men are refusing to spend money on them. Guys, if you're enjoying this content, please help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Now let's begin. Women are furious that men are refusing to spend money on them. I mean, it's very interesting how women are acting and reacting in this day and era. They believe that, men are supposed to spend hundreds of dollars on them when they begin dating. And I think that it's absolutely ridiculous, but this is just the mental state of modern day women. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the first video.
I think women are the prize in a relationship.
Because we add value to a man's life. We take whatever you guys already have and we just amplify it and make it better. The right kind of woman makes it better.
But you're not going to pay for your man's dinner, take him out, plan trips, have him move in with you, then plan for the future and lead the way.
I shouldn't. He's a provider. That's part of having values, or those are the values, for example, I value.
No man could say that, well, because he's doing all of those things, he's the prize instead.
No. He can do that for himself. He should be able to do it for somebody else.
Well, that's the thing. If he can do it for himself, why would he need you?
Because in other ways, I will add value to his life, not monetarily.
Like?
Companionship, making sure that he keeps up with, what his goals are and what his dreams are, supporting him, and also just overall, if you're looking also for looks, like being arm candy.
Now, what's intriguing, guys, is the reason why she believes this and she's feeling this way is because of the Sims. The Sims have basically convinced her and other women like her that they are high value women, that they are highly desirable because, she goes onto Instagram and she has all of the Sims in her DMs, and the Sims are telling her that she's beautiful, that she's special, that she's precious. And a lot of girls who are not as attractive as their slimmer counterparts actually end up with bigger heads because Sims will look at an overweight woman or a woman who is less attractive and think that she's easier to acquire than a woman who is more beautiful. So you'll actually end up with scenarios where you have women who are overweight, who are maybe not as attractive or as appealing as their slimmer counterparts, that are being DM'd more often. They're being messaged more often, and wifed up and gassed. Their heads are being gassed up more than women who are even slimmer than they are and more attractive, because the Sims think that these women are easier to get. And as a result, because you have to remember that attention is a currency for women, and because attention is a currency for women, that basically tells a woman how valued she is. So it's like giving her money. The more attention you give her, it's essentially the more free money that you're giving her. And as a result of that, these women who are maybe not as high value as women who are, who are maybe fitter, more fit, they end up feeling like they're the prize. They think that they're even better than slimmer women. And of course, you have a lot of slimmer women who are also going to tell them, "Oh, you're a 10, you're a 10, I'm a 10, you're a 10, boo, we're all 10s." So now they think that they're equal or even better, like I said, than women who men are actually do find realistically attractive, and they're out there in the streets now demanding that they're being treated like queens and princesses, and feeling entitled and saying that they're the prize. They are the table. They'll amplify whatever a man has. That's absolute nonsense. They think that their presence is just enough. They believe that they are gods. You have to understand that. They believe that they are gods, that they were placed here to be worshipped. This is the reason why you have women saying that, every woman should know that she was a queen when she was here on earth, and have that experience. And I'm like, bro, for a man to be a king, he has to go out there and create value for himself and create value for others. He has to create so much value that a bunch of people get together and say, yeah, we're going to follow you. We're going to work for you. We're going to form a kingdom around you because you are such a valuable person. On the other hand, women believe that just by existing, they should be worshipped. Guys, that's a god. That's a god. And to make matters worse, God, our Father in heaven, actually does so much for us. He doesn't ask anything of us typically, or he doesn't need anything from us. He may, they're his disciples that he's asked to do things. But keep in mind, he doesn't need anything from us. He has everything. Everything belongs to him. Modern day women, they bring nothing to the table. They think, guys, these are tyrannical gods. Tyrannical gods. They're false gods. They're false idols. I talked about it years ago that we were we were in a world now where we were worshiping the golden V, because it's not just simps that worship the golden V. Women also worship the golden V. That is their god. Just like we had the golden calf, and we know what happened to the golden calf. Today we have the golden V, and we know what's going to happen. Right now, God is allowing these women to inflate their egos and to continue on with this nonsense. Nothing lasts forever. God is real. He is the king of all. And if they think that they are mighty, just like Goliath fell, oh my goodness, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. We see what happened with the children of Israel. And women are not the children of Israel. The modern day woman is much wickeder, and what's going to happen to them now is God is going to give them over to their sins. And you know what that means? He's allowing them to be fully embraced in their sins, because they're going to completely feel the consequences of this. And those simps that are spending $2.99 or $9.99 a month, bro, you're gonna see some girls on OF. Y'all are gonna see some girls on OF charging $2.99 a month. I guarantee you're gonna see girls on OF, if they can, charging $2.99 a month. All right, that's how desperate is going to become. There's going to become an oversaturation of, for example, Gen Z idiots working in these the DoorDash jobs and these gig economy jobs. Where I've talked about it years ago, that we're entering into the creator economy now, and you're gonna have all these Gen Z idiots competing as you already have them competing for these gig economy jobs, and as a result of oversaturation, it's going to make it more and more difficult to survive. They're never going to leave these jobs, though, because they're not developing any real skill sets. And you're going to have a lot of women who are going to, basically be competing in the competing in the lonely fans, only fool space, and there's going to be an extreme oversaturation, because you're going to have millions of women entering into this, acting like it's YouTube and giving out tips like, "Hey, babe," and the only people getting rich are the PIMPs, and they don't even realize that they've destroyed their futures, because after doing this, they can't even get a job working at McDonald's, maybe Arby's, because Arby's is obviously a money laundering scheme, because nobody eats at Arby's. Nobody eats at Arby's. I know money laundering when I see money laundering, and Arby's is money laundering. But they're not going to even be able to get a job at McDonald's, to be very, very clear. Maybe Arby's, because Arby's is money laundering, so they're about that life, and birds of a feather flock together. But typically, most other companies are not going to hire them, even the worst of them. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again: the streets are a gateway to only fools or lonely fans, and lonely fans or only fools is a gateway to the streets. It's a virtuous and a vicious cycle. So a lot of these women who end up on only fools or lonely fans, and they cannot sustain themselves on the platform, because most women on the platform cannot sustain themselves right now. They're gonna just end up straight in the streets, and walking around and selling their wares as evening delights, as Mayumi likes to call them. But damn, Mayumi is vicious. And I mean, that's really the future for these people. The future for these people is they really don't have much of a future at all. And I'm not really crying for them. They brought this onto themselves, and they're going to have to live with that very difficult reality and accept what they've done, because the world is not all peaches and cream. The world is a very difficult, malicious, and hard place. And when women wake up to this reality and realize that there's no one coming to save them, society doesn't really care about them, and and they've basically priced themselves out off the market and also sold out all of their value. They sold their futures. They sold out their futures for instant gratification in the present. They're going to cry. They're going to scream. They're going to holler. It won't make any difference. Because like I said, God has given them over to their sins. If you're enjoying this content, please help get this channel to 100,000 subscribers on our journey to 2 million subscribers by subscribing to the channel if you already haven't, liking the video, and turning on notifications to never miss another video ever again. Women are furious that men are refusing to spend money on them. What do you guys think regarding everything we discussed here in this video today? I want to know your thoughts in the comments, so let's talk about them there. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA and men walking away. And cheers.